started playing Grand Theft Auto Roleplay earlier this year, and it's been a bunch of fun, especially because I wanted to cut my COVID risk but still socialize without risks. Plus, as a Sims player, I love a good digital world. If you're thinking about doing it too, here's my 9 tips for getting started. First of all, you should know that GTA RP is not GTA Online. So with that in mind, here's my 9 tips. Prepare. Make sure you have a powerful computer that can handle running Grand Theft Auto, because in case you didn't know already, you cannot GTA RP on a PlayStation. You have to purchase Grand Theft Auto 5 from Steam and run the program at least once before running 5M, which you must download and connect to your Discord. So if you don't have a Discord, make sure you have a Discord. Also, if you're trying to run up into a server 20 minutes after you download the game, that's not gonna happen. Make sure you have enough time set aside to download the game. It's pretty big. And also run the game first. Next up, a controller is highly recommended unless you want to drive your car manually. That's what they call it, with key and mouse. You might crash a lot or take a bunch of trips to the hospital, aka pillbox. Take it from me, somebody who has long nails. I have fucking slapped the shit out of people left and right, and we call that muscle spasms. Be sure to let my people know.
Will do.
Oh shit!
Yeah, damn.
Oh my god. Because I accidentally smacked them with my long nails because I was playing around with my keyboard. So, you know, if you want that to be you, you know, whatever, but you might want a controller. However, you will need a keyboard and mouse just so you can third eye things, which is when you use your mouse to look at a parking spot, you know, and park your car, or to, if you go into a bank and you need to use the bank, you need to third eye the cashier. You also need a great microphone and headphones. Nobody likes a crackly voice box or an echo because you're listening on speakers and refusing to use push to talk. You need powerful RAM. I upgraded mine to 48 gigs because 32 just wasn't cutting it. And you need a bunch of storage, at least 65 gigs on your drive. But to seriously reduce lag, aka headaches, you'll want more storage than that. Next up, look around and find a good server to test out. They are not all built the same. For instance, you won't catch me in a server where white people can RP as black and drop the N-word. Some other people don't like servers with ERP or erotic roleplay. Couldn't be me though. There are servers referred to as 100K all day because all the people do is grind repetitive money-making jobs and engage in gunfights. Some servers allow minors or adults to RP as children, and some do not. I like my server to have a juicy ecosystem of characters and storylines that go on over a period of time, aka serious RP. I roleplay in Venus City, a server created by X Mira Mira, and I highly recommend it for people who like serious yet grown and sexy gameplay. No minors or children characters allowed. If you're interested in that kind of vibe, check the link in my description box. So when you find the description of a server you like, or you see somebody playing in a server you like, ask them what the Discord link is and then go join the Discord. And usually they'll have an application for you to fill out and, you know, make it juicy. And if you don't want to go through all that, 5M has a number of open servers to join if you're feeling adventurous and risky, but again, you might walk up in that bitch and it's somebody playing blackface calling you a nigga. So be careful, you know, in these streets. Next, you gotta learn the rules of the server. Most servers have a few basic rules. Again, this is not GTA Online. No VDM or vehicle deathmatch, meaning you can't just randomly run people over. No random deathmatch, meaning you can't just kill someone for no reason. You have to initiate scenes, you have to talk to people, you have to like actually make things happen in a roleplay server. There are a bunch of other rules too, like not F8ing or leaving the server when caught doing a crime, or if you're in an RP scenario you don't like. For instance, if you just tried to rob somebody and they end up robbing your ass, or the police come, you can't just F8 because you're mad that it didn't go your way. This is called combat logging and fail RP. Most servers have green zones, which are areas where you can't initiate violence or do any gang activity. You know, these are places usually like the apartments where people spawn in, aka flying in, or at the hospital, which is also called pillbox in game. Another rule is most servers don't allow you to identify people wearing masks by their voice, so check the rules of the server before joining and make sure that you're always in the clear before doing your RP. Next, craft a persona. Pick out a good name and come up with a backstory for your character, often referred to as your soul. Where's your soul from? When is their birthday? What are their flaws? What are their qualities? What motivates them? While it's easy to pull from your own personality for your first character, or dip into role-playing, which is basically a bunch of memorization and improvisation, you want distinct differences between yourself and your soul. For instance, my girl Gia Williams is a chain smoker of Misty Light 120s. Me personally, I don't smoke cigarettes. Gia, she does not smoke weed or drink alcohol. Me, I smoke weed and drink alcohol. Gia is in a monogamous relationship. Me, I don't really know about all that right now. Gia's messy. Me, I'm a little messy. I'm not as messy as that bitch though. Next, act and react. Being a good role player reminds me a lot of my past life in theater, where improvisational games were regular exercises. You know, where somebody could approach you with any scenario and you couldn't deny it, you just had to roll with it. However, in RP, there's the added layer of building relationships with people over time so that storylines unfold naturally. Yes, that means learning people's names, learn who people are, and drop nuggets of your own character's personal life and history into scenes and stories when it makes sense. For instance, my girl Gia is Jamaican. She has a really bad relationship with her mother, who sent her to live in America when she was 3, and they don't talk, ever. She hates her mama, but she got her mama's recipes for her club. She make all kind of Jamaican food, but she hate her mama. And she ain't got no Jamaican accent, and she don't know patois. Don't ask her to say blood clot. But anyways, you want to pay attention to what people are doing and saying around you. It's okay to listen rather than walking into a scene and attempting to steal it. React to information and drama as your soul would, not as your personal self. This gets easier over time unless you're just natural at role-playing and acting. In addition to talking or using emotes, which are animations your characters do, like clapping or twerking, or in Gia's case, smoking, you can perform do and me actions by utilizing your /T function. Whenever somebody tells you to think about something, that means put in /T. And the little bar will pop up and you'll be able to type in different things that help your soul, perform in a scene. /me is used to describe your soul, like when Gia says that she needs cigarettes. Technically, people cannot see your me actions and react to them. /do is used to do actions that are not animated or in the server script, like if you're giving someone a massage or frisking someone, or like giving a blowjob. Also, keep in mind that you do not control other people around you, unless you're like a cult leader who's RPing with cult followers. You don't control how people act. These online simulations are not actual Sims. You can't be upset in real life when things in game don't go your way. Of course, it's normal to be salty when you lose any game. Have you played Little Nightmares 2? But if fake server drama is making you angry or anxious in the real world, you may want to log out and touch grass for a while. Learn the lexicon. There are a number of terms that you may hear in servers and not know the meaning of. These terms keep you in character and keep IRL or in real life shit out of the server. Here's a few of the most used. If your game crashes, it's a head pop. If your game is dropping frames or lagging, it's called a headache. If a person is deported or in Bora Bora, they have been banned from the server. If someone's on vacation, that means they're on vacation and they'll be back later. If someone tells you that you need a cough drop or you have a sore throat, that's somebody telling you that your voice box is trash and they need you to go fix that. Go in the corner, turn that shit down, turn down the echo in the background, fix your audio. If someone says they're going into their head, that means they're stepping away from the game. If someone has their eyes open, that means they're streaming. If somebody is talking about their cousin or their sister in city, that usually means that it's their other soul. So if somebody is like, oh yeah, my cousin is coming to town next weekend, I'll be on vacation, that probably means they're about to be in a different character playing next week. You won't see that current soul that they're in. And of course, if you accidentally slap somebody and they looking at you real mad, you might want to mention that you were muscle spasming and that you seriously didn't mean to slap the shit out of them. I have slapped so many people on accident. Forgive me. Next up, bind your hotkeys. You can do this in the settings menu. If you have a Stream Deck, you can bind hotkeys on it. This is how people coordinate dance routines and have compelling scenes. Next, get creative and don't be shy. None of this is real, so why not put your entire soul out there? Start a business or participate in a contest. Make your character a stripper working her way to be a lawyer, or a lawyer quitting her job to be a stripper. Attend an event and get kicked out. Be a housewife who considers becoming a serial killer or a deep sea diver. Start a cult. Join a gang and attempt a hostile takeover. Start a protest. Become a serial dater if you're in an IRL monogamous relationship, or become a committed husband if you're a fuckboy in real life. Did I mention start a cult? With your character's personality traits and background, what makes the most sense for them? If your character is a bitch, why do you care if other people like her or not? She's a bitch. She don't care. If your character is poor, why is she changing clothes every day and getting her nails and hair done every day and buying all kinds of cars? Why does she live in a fancy house? Think about shit like that. Commit to your role play. Establish boundaries. Let's say the quiet part out loud. Like any other online platform or MMO, you might meet some weird people in GTA RP. The good kind of weird that binds a like-minded community and makes you excited to play, and the bad kind of weirdos who make people uncomfortable because of their inability to separate fantasy and fiction of role-playing from real life. Particularly some people who fall in love on GTA servers, becoming obsessed with pixel pussy or penis. You are completely within your rights to remind people to not talk OOC or out of character with you. You can refuse any questions about your plans or your real life. You can and should thoroughly vet a person before befriending them on Discord or replying to their messages. If they're always talking in OOC in-game and press you on talking outside of the server, it's a red flag for me. Safeguard your digital privacy, cut people off if they cross your boundaries, and protect your peace. So those were my 9 tips for getting started in GTA RP. If you liked this video, be sure to like it and subscribe. Also, check out my adventures with Gia Williams in here in small clips and live on my Twitch channel. The link is below.